Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Redox DomiNations here today, and I'm gonna be talking about base defense. So thank you guys for coming down here again, once again, with another awesome DomiNations video I have here for you guys. And before we begin, I cannot stress enough, but if you are not in medieval age, or if you're not at least a good way through your classical age, please do not care about your base defense, because I'm going to tell you this. You do not need to defend your base very tightly if you're below that. If you're in Iron Age, if you're beginner Classical Age, and if you're in Bronze Age, please do not care about your base defense, because you don't have enough. You just don't have enough towers, you don't have garrisons, you don't have enough walls, so there is no point in trying to defend your base. What you have to do in the early game is loot, attack a lot like crazy, because if you do that, you won't lose a lot. You'll actually gain way more resources by doing that. So please do not focus on your base defense until you hit the medieval age, or at least until you're at the end of the classical age. Now, from the medieval age, you'll start to notice that you need a lot of resources for upgrades. You need 1 million, for example here, you need like 1,300,000 gold to get to gunpowder age, and there are going to be people attacking you and looting you, like 5,200k gold. So this is where you really need to start defending your base. So please don't focus on it until you get to your medieval age, or at least a good way through your classical age. Now, let's go ahead. I'm not gonna build the base defense right now, because as you guys can see, my city isn't that great. This is just a regular city. It's not very good in terms of defense, so I'm gonna go ahead and just go through my alliance gate, and I found some good examples from these guys, and it would take me too long to build it on the map editor. I could do that, but I don't want to sit here for 5 minutes trying to build each base. It's much faster to just show you guys what it is. And here it is. So this guy right here, this is what I would call a ring base defense, and this is very, very good. And you'll notice that a lot of people have some kind of ring structure like this. So basically, you just keep all your resources inside, and you basically just wall it around with extra walls, and you have some catapults, good mix of towers, catapults, garrisons, all inside, all the most important buildings you want in there. And you can see that his town center is outside right here in the middle. So this means that he doesn't care about his metals, he cares about his resources. So that's what I'm going to try to get to. You need to decide on what you want to defend. You can try defending both, like I did. In my city, I have both the stuff walled, but he doesn't. And if you actually focus on one thing, resources or your metals, and when I say metals, I mean I'm talking about these metals, right? So if your town center goes down, then you're going to lose immediately. No questions asked. So the thing is, you can definitely defend both like I did here. But your defense will be much, much weaker, and there's a very high chance your resources will get looted. And my resources got looted quite a bit because I haven't focused my defense very well. I should definitely fix up my defense, but we're going to go ahead and look at another type of example. We're going to take a look at this guy's base. His name is Theo, and he has the type of defense that he chose to defend town centers, wonders, and all his resources, and his catapults, all his catapults, and some towers in here. So he did choose to defend everything like I did, but he has a much better defense system because he's got more layers. He's got 3 sections of the town. So basically, that's what I'm trying to say. My point is, you want to have most layers of wall. The better the defense is, you got to have more walls. What I'm trying to say is, you'll have a better defense if you have more layers of walls. Since I only have 1 layer, this guy has 3. He has 3 subsections. So it's harder to defeat everything at once because your opponent has to defeat 3 layers of wall. And this guy has a very, very good defense, in my opinion. And that's an example of trying to keep everything defended. So he's not just trying to protect his resources, he's trying to protect his metals as well. So we're going to go ahead and look at another guy's example. You guys can, if you guys want some good base defense ideas, you guys can definitely go ahead and look at other people's bases like I do. This is really how you learn, and really it's just really, they give you ideas because these are veteran players, so they give you ideas on how your base should look like. So let's take a look at Brain's base. And Brain's base, another ring structure. This is very popular, and it works very well. And now you guys can see he's got a bunch of buildings down here. What this does is actually this is actually very good. The more buildings you have around your walls, the better protected your main stuff inside your walls will be, because your soldiers will attack these outer buildings first before they attack anything else, unless you rally your soldiers directly to a pinpoint. So the more structures you have around your base also makes it a better defense. So you really, in the end, you really have to just decide on what you want to keep the most. Do you want to keep your resources, or do you want to keep your town center, or do you want to keep both? And like I said, if you choose to defend one, then you'll have an easier time, but you'll be losing on the other. Now, if you defend both, then you will have a harder time defending, but you might have a chance to keep both of them. And that's really what I can say. And also, these ambush traps and spike traps and caltrops, these land booby traps, you want to put them in spots where you think your opponents will come. And these things, you will know where to put these, as the more you get attacked, you'll know where to put them, because it's actually good to get attacked a lot, because then you know which part of your defense you need to work on, which part of the defense you need to build on, and where to put your booby traps on, because you want to know where the opponent comes from. And also, the other thing I want to say is, actually, if you actually have a double layered wall like I do here, as you guys can see, I have a double layered wall here because I actually ran out of space to put them, so I just kind of did this. But if you do this, then it's very unlikely your opponent will attack from this side. So if you do this, you'll know that your opponent will attack from this side, so you can concentrate your defense on your other flank. So it gives you a good idea. It's also a good idea sometimes to put double walls around some of your defense if you really want to keep it. It's not a bad idea to do it. So I wouldn't go with triple wall. I have seen people putting like triple layers of this wall, but I'd say double layers should be max, because you're gonna be running out of walls to defend. Okay, so that's basically it, guys. I mean, there just isn't much to say right now, especially also since I'm only level 38 and I'm still in medieval age. I don't really have enough to work with right now. But basically, by looking at other people's bases, you guys will get the idea. And I just showed you guys some great examples of what a good base should look like. So go ahead and try building your base. And remember, it's all about experience. So, the more you get attacked, the more you will learn how to defend your base. And one other thing to know, I want to tell you guys, do not clear a lot of these forests if you don't need to. You don't want a huge land that you can't protect. See, my base barely fits in the forest, which is pretty good. I got a little empty zone on the top here, but since I haven't cleared a lot of wood and I got mine barely compact, people don't have a lot of space to attack on, because they can only attack on the edges of the forest. So do not clear a lot of the forest if you don't have a lot of land that you can defend on. So thank you guys for watching this. I mean, that's basically it. I know this isn't the video, like I said. This isn't exactly the video where, oh, it's one type of base that works for everything. No, it doesn't, because there's always going to be some type of army that can go through your base. So it's about your creativity and experience from the battles you have in this game. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this. Once again, I'll be back with more DomiNations videos. Keep it real, guys, and I'll see you all later.